Welcome guys to John's Football Channel. This is your preview to England versus Argentina. This is the last game of the semi-finals. After tonight we'll know who is playing in the final. Obviously we know that Spain is one of the teams that will be in the final. Now it's just a question of between the last two teams, whether it's England or Argentina, will be in the final as well. So let's get into this preview and let's analyze and see who would be potentially be playing for both teams and who can be the difference for either team. Let's start off. Obviously, the game's being played at the Atalanta Stadium. I was quite surprised with the game with Spain and France. The was a very big stadium, but the attendance was quite low. So around the 70% mark for attendance, which is a surprise. I mean, this is a semi-final. I do question it, maybe the cost of looking at the semis and actually watching the semis at the stadium is probably not worthwhile compared to the final. I suppose everyone's waiting and keeping their money for the final. That could possibly, so it is a thing of now with the capacity of 68,000 for England and Argentina. It is a thing of how many fans could we possibly see in the stadium. But anyway, let's look at the lineup for Argentina. Obviously, they're most likely going to go with Martinez in goal, Telefinco as a left back, Martinez, Ramonio as a centre backs, and then Malea as the right back. And then in the midfield, they went with Enzo, McAllister, Paredes, and Simmons as the midfield, and ahead of them they went with Alvarez and Messi. I think obviously Messi will be playing as a cam and actually sweeping around that midfield, whereas as Alvarez will probably be playing as the striker for Argentina. And then if we look at some England, we look at obviously Pickford will probably be starting for England, Reece James as the right back, Jones and Marguerite as the centre backs, Josh Spence as the left back. He did quite well for England when he came on. And then we see Rice and Anderson as the CDMs, and then Rodgers, Bellingham, and Gordon in the midfield, and then Harry Kane up front. We take a look at some form for both teams. We know that England have played 5, they've drawn the 1 and 1-4, whereas Argentina have won all 5. I think it's obviously a question of the magnitude of teams that England have played compared to Argentina. Obviously, England have played a lot stronger teams, the likes of Ghana, the likes of Mexico, the likes of Norway, compared to Argentina that probably have played, I believe it was Egypt and Austria and Cape Verde, are one of the strongest teams that they have faced in their five games to actually get here. And then if we look at some interesting stats for Argentina, obviously Argentina have won all 5 of their previous World Cup semi-finals. So that's a good thing going into this game for Argentina. And then Messi has 10 goal contributions at this tournament, only the second player to reach double figures in the consecutive World Cups. And then if we look at for England, Bellingham is first to score two plus goals in consecutive World Cup knockout games since Maradona in 1986. That's a very long time ago for England. Harry Kane and Bellingham each have 6 goals. They have 6 goals this World Cup, a first of any nation. So very good and very well done to those two players. Bellingham has scored 6 goals, World Cup goals, equals Gary Lineker's 1986 record for England. England won the first 4 straight World Cup games, their longest run in a single campaign since 1966. And then also, there's another thing I also saw for Argentina. Argentina, I think this will be their 13th game. A very big run for them as well going into this fixture. Very in form and very on it to actually go head to head with England and actually see who gets it to the final. And then if you look at some top scorers for both teams, obviously we'll have Harry Kane against Messi. Both players doing very well for their countries. England have Harry Kane has 6, Messi has 8. If you look at some assists, Harry Kane has 1 assist, whereas Messi has 2. Man of the matches, Harry Kane has 2, Messi has 5. And then matches played, they both played 6 games respectively. And then if you look at some the games that have played in the past, head-to-heads, in the last 5 games, England have won three of them, and then Argentina won one, and then they've drawn one as well. But obviously, it was not going to be that easy. Obviously, we know that the likes of Messi and the likes of Alvarez, the likes of Enzo, the likes of McAllister, they're not very pushovers. They're not easy to just to walk over them. They obviously, we know they're going to put up a fight. Is exactly what we expect from our semi-finals. I just hope that England are able to play well, able to listen to what Tuchel said in his post review against Norway, and actually take it in and then actually analyze and actually have had a chance to prepare for this fixture and actually know exactly what needs to be done. It will be very, very good to see, and I'm glad to see that Rodgers is in the lineup and ready to play for England. And I think he is one of them, the players that actually can actually make a difference for this team and actually cause Argentina some problems. And then if we look at if we had to see how it probably would go, I actually see this game more end to end because I don't see both teams are very, very good at defending. If I had to back one team, I would probably back more England than Argentina for defending. But if I had to look at attacking, I would say yes, you could easily say England, but I don't think you can leave out Argentina for attacking. I mean, I think they're more attacking than England in terms of not in terms of quality, but I think in terms of high press and I think resilience and just to say no, I'm gonna go through you, basically that kind of energy. So it'll be very interesting to see how both teams actually line up and actually how they shape up for both teams and how do they prepare for one another's counter attacks and how do they shape up. Very interesting to see. Let me know down below what you guys think. How do you see this game going? I would see probably England line up trying to catch Argentina on the counter attack. So I think it will obviously be similar to what France and Spain, but I think with this game is going to be a lot more tactical and very, very. I think obviously do think most people have said it that it's probably going to go to extra time. I do see it can go like that. I think with both teams being so tactical and so tactical based, I think it's going to be very, very difficult to break these two teams down. And I think it's going to take a lot of energy and I think a lot of subs from both teams to actually get some goals into both teams. If I had to think of a score prediction, I'm probably going to go with I got two score predictions. I do see Argentina somehow winning. I do see the likes of Messi creating mayhem. I do see Alvarez, but I also see England, the kind of team they are. I think England's a more solid team overall compared to Argentina, and I think hence why I would probably be going for England to actually beat Argentina, and I think hence why we'll be probably seeing both teams, England against Spain in the final. My score prediction will probably, if I had to pick one, I would probably go with a 2-1, 2-1 for England. I think England scored two. If I had to think about scorers, I would probably go with Rodgers and Harry Kane for the goal scorers for England. And then for me, for Argentina, I will probably go with Messi or Enzo to score one of the goals for Argentina against England. So yeah, guys, let me know down below what you guys think of this game and how do you see this game going. What are your thoughts? Please comment down below. And please like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the post review when it's all said and done. Peace.